What's up YouTube, DMX here, and welcome back to another Cinema Showdown. In this episode, we'll be pitting against two characters who are complete opposites in terms of their communication skills, Deadpool versus Snake Eyes. And the way I'll be deciding the victor is by analyzing their equipment, powers, skills, weaknesses, and feats. As of note, all my research will stem from the Deadpool movies, excluding X-Men Origins Wolverine, for obvious reasons. And as for Snake Eyes, we'll be looking at the incarnation from the two G.I. Joe live action films, Rise of Cobra and Retaliation. So with that being said, let's get on with the showdown. In terms of equipment, Wade Wilson aka Deadpool is armed with various weapons during his daily anti-hero antics, which include being armed with Bay and Arthur, Deadpool's two katana swords that are strapped to his back, named after the Golden Girls star, Bay Arthur, the SOG Desert Dagger, which is Deadpool's signature combat knife holstered to his left boot, which can also be used as a throwing weapon. Deadpool is also armed with two Desert Eagles, with his rounds numbered from 12 to 1, so he can keep track of how many bullets he has left. Deadpool also has a time travel device he stole from Cable that can allow him to travel through time. And when looking at his costume, Deadpool wears a suit in order to disguise his disfigured form. He also made sure the suit was colored red due to his constant bleeding that soaked and ruined his other clothes.
Salsa water and lemon for blood. Or wear red. Dumbass.
Like Deadpool, Snake Eyes tends to be armed with various weapons, able to switch easily between swordplay and shooting in combat, which include the use of his katana sword, aka the Blade of Justice, his signature weapon used to cut down foes during close encounters, that is made up of black carbon fiber and is noted as indestructible. Snake Eyes also uses other melee weapons such as TONFAS, SAIS, and NUNCHUCKS, as well as various firearms that range from pistols to SMGs like the MP7. It also comes equipped with shurikens that he can throw with lethal accuracy.
Headshot.
And to round things up, Snake Eyes' costume is simply a ninja-like black bodysuit and wears a helmet with a visor to cover his face, and doesn't seem to take it off very often. So, when it comes down to equipment, both Deadpool and Snake Eyes are armed with similar weapons suitable for all ranges of combat. However, I gotta give the slight edge to Deadpool due to having access to Cable's time-traveling device, giving Deadpool many opportunities to come out victorious. Meaning this round goes to Deadpool.
Someone's not counting. 6.
After being injected with a serum to further evolve his mutant genes, which was fully triggered by extreme stress, Wade Wilson's body was enhanced with a regenerative healing factor, granting him rapid cellular regeneration, enabling him to quickly heal from any injury like bullet wounds, broken bones, and even severed limbs. On top of that, his healing powers leave him immune to any form of illness, able to even cure himself of cancer that was previously ravaging in his body. Deadpool also has superhuman strength, as shown with his kicks being able to launch full-grown men several meters away, and likewise trade blows with foes of considerable strength. Superhuman speed, capable of moving fast enough to easily outmaneuver rapid gunfire. Superhuman stamina, seeing that Wade's body produces little to no fatigue when in combat. Superhuman reflexes, with Deadpool being able to dodge and deflect bullets without much effort, when he wants to at least.
Oh, those bullets are like super fast.
Superhuman agility, seeing that Deadpool can jump several feet from a stationary position and execute a variety of complex acrobatics. And lastly, superhuman durability, as seen unfazed when Deadpool crashed through a car glass roof from a highway several miles above it. This form of durability also grants him an enhanced tolerance to pain, and for more desperate situations, he's even willing to cut off his own limb to escape.
You ever see 127 Hours?
Spoiler alert.
As for Snake Eyes, he technically doesn't have any powers, but if he can do this, then I'm gonna jot that down as him having superhuman agility. So when it comes down to powers, Deadpool easily has the advantage over Snake Eyes in this category, seeing that Deadpool's evolved mutant genes make him unkillable and practically immortal. Whereas for Snake Eyes, not much suggests he's beyond peak human potential aside from the car flip, meaning this round goes to Deadpool.
You're about to be killed by a Zamboni!
When breaking down Deadpool's skill set, he's a master acrobat, seeing that he's highly evasive and mobile in battle. He's a master martial artist, heavily skilled in melee and unarmed combat, as seen being able to overpower and kill several armed men after crashing into their car. A master marksman, highly skilled with firearms and throwing weapons, able to hit precise targets without much time needed to aim. A master assassin, even before his mutation, was an infamous but extremely skilled mercenary. And an expert tracker, despite his crude and reckless methods, Wilson is shown to be very efficient in information gathering. Viewed as the most skilled fighter amongst the Joes, like Deadpool, Snake Eyes is also a master swordsman proficient with virtually any melee weapon he can get his hands on, expert in hand-to-hand combat, an expert marksman, as seen being able to switch smoothly between swordplay and shooting a multitude of targets with ease, a master of ninjitsu as trained in the Arashikage clan, acting as their most effective ninja warrior in terms of stealth, espionage, tracking, as well as various other skill sets the clan has ever produced aside from Snake Eyes' rival, Storm Shadow. So, when it comes down to comparing skills, both Deadpool and Snake Eyes share a very similar moveset, excelling in all forms of combat and infiltration. However, I gotta give the slight edge to Snake Eyes, as he presents more discipline and focus in his craft as a ninja commando, compared to Deadpool, who's highly impulsive without restraint, and can easily be distracted or forgetful even in the most dangerous situations. Meaning this round goes to Snake Eyes.
He gave up?
He never gives up.
Surprise, motherfucker!
In terms of weaknesses for a mutant who has a healing factor, well, Snake Eyes can body dismantle Wade to the point where he's unable to reassemble, as seen when Deadpool blows himself up in a suicide attempt. Then there's Wade's cancer that was never removed from his body, and if Deadpool's powers were to be neutralized for a long period of time, then his cancer would return and eventually kill him. Lastly, Deadpool did develop some noticeable damage to his mental state after his extreme mutation, causing Wade to become delusional in believing or knowing that he is a fictional character in a movie, allowing him to break the fourth wall to address and share his thoughts with the supposed audience watching his every move, which has led him to be more vulnerable to incoming fatal strikes.
I'm gonna rip you in half now.
As for Snake Eyes, well, at the end of the day, he is only human, meaning any lethal form of combat is fair game in taking out the silent ninja commando. So, when it comes down to comparing weaknesses, Deadpool may be dealing with heavy amounts of mental issues that will occasionally hinder his combative prowess, but Deadpool's mental fractures haven't held him back enough to the point where he can't get the job done during dire circumstances, especially when going against adversaries with similar skill sets. So this round goes to Deadpool.
Oh, you're not gonna walk that one off. Oh, that's so gross. I'm so sorry. If I'm being honest with myself, I probably should have just called 911.
Throughout Deadpool's career as the Merc with the Mouth, he's accomplished quite a lot. From being able to pull off a triple headshot, hunted down and killed Ajax, who's one of the people responsible for his disfigured appearance, held his own against Cable, cheated death multiple times whether from being ripped in half by the Juggernaut, surviving explosions, and even heavy amounts of falling debris. Saved Russell, aka Firefist, from getting shot by Cable, thus averting a bad future for Cable and his family, took part in National Women's Day,
No.
time traveled to save his girlfriend Vanessa and X-Force comrade Peter, killed an earlier incarnation of himself that was a disgrace to the name Deadpool, as well as killed Ryan Reynolds before taking on the role of Green Lantern. As for Snake Eyes' career highlights fighting alongside the Joes, Snake's taken out a bunch of Cobra's nanotech enhanced soldiers, shown impressive skill and agility in holding onto a moving vehicle during the Paris chase, outsmarted a blindfolded Jinx in a combative test, fought off a rival ninja clan Cliffside, and was victorious against Storm Shadow, his longtime rival, on multiple occasions. So when it comes down to comparing heroic feats, both Deadpool and Snake Eyes have faced many obstacles that tested their limits. Nevertheless, Deadpool's ability to break the fourth wall and recover from nearly every fatal injury known to man makes him a relentless force that is durable enough to put Snake Eyes in his place, meaning this round goes to Deadpool.
Wow, nice suit.
Zip it, Stanley!
And your winner of this episode of the Cinema Showdown is...
Deadpool. Dominating the competition 4-1, it seems Deadpool's mutant abilities and use of time travel were the deciding factors to keep Snake Eyes hidden in the shadows. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the latest episode of the Cinema Showdown. Let me know what characters you'd like to see face off next. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps me out. Subscribe for more content from me on the Cinema Showdown. I'm DMLX. I'll see you in the future.